Hey everybody, this is just Average Schmo. Well, obviously that isn't just Average Schmo. That would be Kiwi. Actually behaving herself for once. But I am here to do a walkthrough of my collectibles room, and then we will walk down this hallway over here and give you a kind of a quick look around the warehouse room. Obviously, if you see anything in there that you might be interested in, make sure you find and look through my Mercari, Poshmark, whatnot, and eBay. And that's where you'll find it, one of those platforms. So, here we go. It is going to be a little cluttered in here because I have some stuff that I've gone through that I haven't listed. So we're just going to, real quick, we're just going to swing around this way. And we'll just start up here. So, we've got some different art prints that I've gotten in some subscription boxes. And some figures. Here we got some of the, there's a Fluke Man. It's yellowed because when I was younger I had it sitting where the sun was hitting it. But I don't ever plan on getting rid of that. I'm a big X-Files geek. So here we have Scully Mulder. Of course, we've got Star Wars, Star Trek, and this is kind of like the sci-fi area right here. Most of this is sci-fi stuff. Here is Boba Fett, signed by jrymman. There's a Han Solo thing. This box down here is a box of like little knick-knack extra type stuff. Like I got this box of sealed trading cards that when people buy stuff from me, if there's something that I can go through and I can throw in as kind of a little extra, like thank you, I do. Alright, Funko Pops. These are all music Funko Pops. Back here we have McFarlane Toys, Spawn. Like those are all the first series Spawn figures, the ones that came with the comic books. I don't know what you can see. Right there is a Castle Grayskull. Of course, I'm not missing. I'm missing all the little pieces that go to it. You know, the like little stuff that goes inside. You know, like most kids, you end up losing all that crap. More art prints. Popeye comic strip. There was some Invincible. There's some autograph. Like that Rogue is signed by the lady that did her voice in the X-Men. Back here we have some other figures. There's King Diamond and Slayer. We got some McFarlane Toys Collectors Club exclusives. Got Misfits down there. Back here in the corner, I don't know whether you can see those boxes. Those are all comic books. Alright, more Funko Pops. We have got like the Harley Quinns. Most of my Harley Quinns are up there. These are all like horror. And down here at the bottom we've got some, like this is a pretty good one here. From Lost in Space. That's kind of a grail for a lot of people. Got some Walking Dead. I've got some Matrix down there. I got the OG Neo Funko Pop. It's actually come down in value quite a bit. I know at one time it was like 150, 160 bucks. Now I think it's down to about like 80 or 90 again. Maybe even a little bit lower than that. I've got some oversized pops there. Down here, that's a box of action figures that I don't have any place to put them up, so they're just in a box. Those are the bags of Hot Wheels that I've gotten that I can't get to where I normally hang them up at because it's in the inventory room and I got shelves in front of it. Alright, and then starting up here we have basically most of these are Marvel. I mean, there's a few like Ghostbusters one there, and there's like Sloth from the Goonies, and the Audrey 2 Chase. little shop of horrors. So there's a few mixed match in there, but most of those are marble. Marble. And of course, see all the pins that I've gotten in Bam Box. Those are all marble. Those are all marble. Up on this side, you got a few Disney up on the top, like the Walt Disney with Cinderella's Castle. I actually got that. That was the top hit in a mystery box that I bought one time, and I ended up getting a top hit. I was floored. We got more marble, more marble. And then probably when you get down to the very bottom down there, you've got some Disney ones. Some other Disney on that side. Like that OG Jiminy Cricket. And some sodas, other odds and ends, you know, prop replicas and so forth that I've gotten in Bam Box. Got some Mutant Turtle Pops. Got Metal Gear figures. Let me get closer instead of trying to reach all the way across the damn thing. Metal Gear figures, Witchblade, some X-Men. This is kind of like the DC. I mean, there's some Marvel stuff in here, but like most of the stuff on these bottom shelves is most of it. Like I said, there's some mix, but like that middle shelf is all like DC stuff. We got that Joker Dragon. I got that in my action figure mystery boxes I got from Barton's Discounts. You might have seen that on the video. I will have, I know I got at least 2 of those. I got one of them already listed in my eBay. And the other one will probably be listed in Mercari. Or I got one listed in Mercari and the other one will be listed on eBay. One of the two. There's an old Batman. Well, I don't know how old it is actually, but it's modeled after the old Batman series. Of course, we got that flag from Cobra Kai, all kinds of more art prints. Got some of the OG Puppet Master figures. There's some of the mini ones. Here's some other stuff. These are some autographed pops. There's some old Hot Wheels. I wish I would have taken better care of some of those. Alright, let me... Hang on. Hold on to your lunch. We're moving fast. And this is like the horror section. Probably the best thing... The best thing I got over here is... I think it's on the bottom, actually. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's right here. We've got this Creepshow DVD. Does have a little bit of damage up here at the top, but that's okay. But it's Stay Scared, signed by George Romero and Beckett certified. So that's pretty cool. There we have all my graded comics. Some that I've gotten in like boxes. All the ones that were out of my own collection I sent in and got graded. And then coming over here, we have more Marvel. They're on the bottom. And on that shelf there. And then here, we got Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. We got some odds and ends up there. Deadpool is Bob Ross. Rudy, Tiger Woods. Got a few wrestling pops, I think, up there. We got the Sting and Lex Luger double pack. But yeah, more Star Wars. And then at the very end of this row, you get some Jokers. And then these are all DC right here. And then this, well, these are the Hot Wheels I'm going to be listing here soon. These are some Hot Wheels that I had 3 of each of them. So I'm putting those back, and when my grandsons get a little bit older, I'll give them to them. And they can do whatever the hell they want with them. These, well, obviously a lot of stickers, but all these things here, these drawers, like these top ones, just have some odds and ends in them. So there's some encapsulated autographed sports cards. I think I got a CJ Stroud in there somewhere. There's some autographed comics. But then in here we have comics. That's what all those drawers are. And this dresser, this is what's called reusing or repurposing. This dresser was the dresser I had when I was little. And it was normally like a brown, much like this desk. But I painted it black because I was going to do this whole shelf. This whole shelf is a whole built-in, out of 2x4s and plywood and stuff. It's actually secured to the walls. It's not going anywhere. So it's like a true built-in shelving unit. These bottom shelves over here, those two shelves there on the bottom, they're sitting on a base that I built, but like this one here and then that one there, it's all one piece. That used to be the top of this desk. This computer desk I had out in the office. But when I was revamping the office, instead of throwing it away or anything, I decided, you know, I want to take it apart and use it up in here. So that's what I did. So there you go. That is it. Here is the wonderful lighting that I have in here. It's, in hindsight, I probably should have gotten a little bit better lighting. But there you go. Oh, and all those pops underneath there are all pops that I have put back on the premise that I'm going to keep checking them as time goes by, and I think some of them might end up being grails. Although with the way Funko is going right now, there's no guarantee of that. But all right, let's move on. Don't mind the boxes. Don't mind the dog. She's going to be right in the way like she normally is. Yeah, don't bother moving, Kiwi. That's fine. Just sit right there. Mind the dark. I'm getting in here and turn the light on. So this is the warehouse room. Don't mind the Hot Wheels on the walls. Those are my Hot Wheel collection. Not for sale. We got other ones over there along that. It goes about halfway down the other wall. I got more Hot Wheels to hang up, but I can't get behind the shelving. So those are all Batman Hot Wheels. And then of course we've got, thought it was fitting I show this first because these are mine, like my collectibles. So they would be necessarily be part of the collectibles room, but I had no room to put them up in there. All right, and then we've got, you know, inventory. Like there's an old motor down there, motorcycle helmet. I don't remember what's in that box. I think it might be a monitor, computer monitor. Here's a Craig Morgan signed guitar. I don't have that listed on any of my, like Mercari, Poshmark, or anything, just because I don't have. I mean, if I ever got around to finding like where I could find like an actual box, that would be good to ship that in. Then I might list it. But for now, it's just like a local. You know, hopefully somebody locally might want to buy it. These boxes are little bundles I put together. Again, you can find them. I believe that's on my Mercari, or it might be eBay. But they're all for like, you know, a certain phone, and I think they're for newer releases. But it's got like the case, a charging cable, a power pack, and a pair of earbuds, like not like iPod earbuds or anything, but like the what is it, the Target brand. All right, and we have all kinds of tech gear here, all kinds of cases. A lot of these are, you know, older cases. I'm actually looking at maybe here soon going through, and some of these older cases, I might take the listings down and then throw them into a bundle of like 5 or 6 cases for like, you know, 15 or 20 bucks, just to see if somebody wants them. Because I mean, there are some people like me that like, I didn't get this phone until I absolutely needed to. This phone is the newest Samsung A15. Prior to this, I had the Samsung S9. Okay, so you can see I can't see going out and, some people, hey, to each their own. If you want to go out and buy a new phone every time a new phone comes out, by all means, do it. I'm not that person. Even if I had the money to do that, I probably wouldn't, because there's not much difference from one phone to the next. You really have to go like a few generations of phones before you really get something that's leaps and bounds above the ones before it. And all kinds of cords. Like there's a couple nice HDMI cords. That's a Phillips. I've got a monster cable one right there. We got some track lighting down there, brand new in the box. We got home goods. Again, most of the, like 90% of this stuff can be found in my Mercari. Some of the collectibles and whatnot. Belts. Clothing. Again, most of the time, what you get in overstock liquidations, especially like blind boxes, if you don't know exactly what you're getting as far as apparel, most of what you get is women's apparel. 90% of this right here is all brand new with tags. The other 5% is new but without tags. And then the last 5% is not necessarily used, but I don't know how you pronounce it. Lightly used, I guess, or where it was sold to the person, and then maybe they wore it once or twice and then they returned it. But there's very few of those. In fact, I think most of those that would be considered like used are ones that I actually had that I took out of my own clothes, and I literally, like this Deadpool. I think I probably wore that once. But yeah, so like this side is men's. So there's some jeans down there, men's clothes. Or those are women's. Some hats. There's some big 16, I think they're 16 by 20 autograph photos. Two different ones of baseball players. Got some other clothes. I actually have one box here I need to go through. One of the girls at work is due in, I believe it's January. So I thought, to help her out, what I do is I would just go through the box of girls' baby clothes that I have. They're all brand new with tags. I'll just go through and I'll pull some stuff out, take them down out of my listings, and then I'll just give them to her. Because Lord knows, I'm a father, and I know, when my daughter was, the first few years, stuff's expensive. And that's how it was. My daughter's, she's older now, okay? We're not talking newborn or anything like that. She was born in 1996, so she's getting up there. So she's what, like 28 now, I think? Don't judge me, my math is terrible. I used to be able to do math like real quick in my brain. Not so much anymore. Comes with age, I think. But yeah, I can remember stuff was just expensive. Funko sodas. Most of these have been opened. I think I might have one. Yeah, here's this Vampire Proto is still sealed. I didn't open it because I don't believe have a chance at a chase. But I got plenty of like Black Adam ones and stuff. I don't think those went over real well. More tech stuff down below. There's some other toys here, Minecraft, little mystery minis, Pez. And then moving over, we've got DVDs. We got Marvel Pops. We've got Game Pops. We've got like 80s retro Pops. Like Simpsons, Garbage Pail Kids, Mutant Turtles, Transformers. And we're starting into animation, Disney. And here we got some ad icons. There's some, obviously, anime ones. Some other animation. And we got into some sports ones. James Harden. Actually, I think I just pulled a James Harden card out of one of my packs not too long ago. I probably should set that aside, and if somebody buys that pop, I'll just throw that card in with it. And then DC Pops. And we go down and we got some like TV and movie ones. It's like one of the newer Neos. I think that was from the newest Matrix movie that they did. Zombieland. We've got some horror ones. Stranger Things, Candyman, Chucky. All kinds of anime. And then down on the very bottom, Star Wars. And more TV and movie. Down along the bottom here. Umbrella Academy. And then of course in these drawers we've got stuff. There's some sport shirts there, hats. This one we got art prints, odds and ends, pins. Down here I believe it's like games, PS3 games, PS2 games. More sports stuff. That's pretty dark. You can't see there, but yeah. And then these boxes here are, I got a couple of different ones, but most of them are this one here, the Slave Leia and the Jabba the Hutt. But they're sealed watches. And these basically were, we had these in storage. This was a promotion that a particular franchise chain, I'm not going to mention them on here, but it's the one I work for. I work in the restaurant and I also do maintenance. So anybody that knows me personally would know what I work for. But they had a promotion when the first, I think it was the first prequel movie came out. And they had these watches. And they're reversible watches. They got like reversible bands on them. They're just, you know, simple like LCD little screen, tells the time, and you hit a button and it can tell you the date. Nothing fancy to them. But we got all these because back then it was a big thing where you didn't like, especially with like premium stuff like this, you know, like some of these restaurants, they get like glasses and stuff like that. Most of the time that isn't stuff that you order. It's just auto shipped to you, and they go based on your sales and stuff, what they think you're going to sell. Well, obviously they overestimated with our restaurants because we had a bunch. I think I've actually gone through one case of them already. But we had them in storage, and we went through storage. The owner was like, well, what are these? And I'm like, well, those are, you know, the Star Wars watches that, you know, we can't really do anything with, because we couldn't sell them in the store anymore because the promotion was over. And we couldn't donate them. I can't remember the reason why they said we couldn't just donate them somewhere. But yeah. So they were going to toss them out, and I said, well, you know, we can't sell them in a store, but obviously it's, you know, like with any other item you have, you know, you have the right to sell it. And he said, well, yeah. He's like, well, you know, if you want to take them and store them, and if you think you can get a buck or two out of them, sell them per dollar or whatever, he's like, you go ahead and do it. I was like, all right, well, you know, that's, and you know, he was basically implying that if I was going to do it, then I could just do it and then keep the money. Well, I was thinking in my head, was like, well, I'll do that, and then whatever I sell, I'll bring the money back into them. You know, because that's the type of person I am. But no, then he clarified. He's like, no, if you're going to store them, you take them. If you can sell them, then you keep the money. So, but, you know, to even it out, because I'm the type of person, I would actually feel kind of guilty doing that. I know some people are probably thinking, you know, scoffing at me like, why? But, I mean, that's how I was raised. So I decided that what I do is I would just take them, but instead of selling them, I would use them as just like free bonus items. So in particular, when people buy Funko Pops from me, if the shipping, like the Funko Pop, I normally list single Funko Pops, and when I figure out the shipping, I figure it up for £1. That way, with the proper packing, there's still enough wiggle room that I can maybe throw in something extra like one of these watches for free. So that way, you know, they're still being used, but I'm not gaining anything from them. And I'm not, you know, we're not breaking any rules by selling them like in a restaurant or anything like that. So, all right. Well, that was it. That is the warehouse room and the collectibles room. Again, I might end up doing a walkthrough and show you some of the stuff I have down on my sports bar at a later date, and maybe go through my library and show you some of the wonderful books that I've been privileged to get that I have not yet had a chance to read, and I don't know when I will, but I still have them. So as long as my eyesight holds out, you know, there's always retirement, right? All right, well, this video is long, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, comment, and as always, look out for yourself and everyone around you so we all have a much better chance staying safe and healthy. See ya.